Welcome back to Putting You On, where we dive into the weird, wonderful, and occasionally terrifying ways the internet messes with our heads. Today's topic is dating apps, or as I like to call them, gamified heartbreak simulators. And if you ever stared at your phone wondering whether to swipe left on Jake's 6 foot, if that matters, or even Sophia who loves hiking but has never seen a mountain, congratulations! You participated in one of the largest social experiments in modern psychology. So give yourself a round of applause. You have been in the gamification trap. That's what you are in. You're in a trap. And you need to get out. And I want everyone to be free of dating apps. As someone that has been on dating apps and that has dealt with dating apps in college, a year ago, and around COVID 19. So, yeah, I've been through it all. I've seen it all. I like to call dating apps the gamification trap. So here's the deal: dating apps aren't really about love, they're about engagement. These apps use the same variable ratio reinforcement schedule as slot machines. That's a term for you never know what you win or how you win, so you keep pulling the lever. Except the lever is your thumb, and the jackpot is a person named Chris who says, "Let's vibe." And Chris, whoever Chris is, does not want to vibe. Psychologically, this taps into the dopamine reward loop, the same mechanism that keeps gamblers glued to slot machines or people refreshing Instagram likes. The same reason why you might go to Snapchat to see who is just posted, or the same reason why you might go on TikTok to see who posted there too. Every match gives you a micro hit of validation. It basically is an emotional whiplash disguised as romance. So, yeah, you're not dating, you're gambling with your self esteem. So, you're welcome. But let's get into the paradox of choice. Here's the next cyber psychology buzzword that I love because we use it a lot: choice overload. We humans suck at making choices. When there are too many options, we turn into lunatics. We don't know what to do. On apps, you've got thousands of faces, bios, and even dog pics. I don't know why people put their dog pics online. I don't know why they put it on dating apps. I think that's kind of weird though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And it's kind of like that Black Friday for affection. Now, it's a man named Barry that talked about paradox of choice. And paradox of choice says more options don't make us happier. They make us anxious, regretful, and less satisfied. You start wondering, what if there's someone slightly better than the person I'm talking to now? Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! That thought never goes away. It will never go away if you're on dating apps. You will always try to find an itch for somebody. Dating apps train your brain to treat people like interchangeable consumer products, like a new wig or a new pair of Jordans or a new pair of Balenciagas. We're not swiping for love. We're looking for comparison and shopping for validation. So it gives us that illusion of intimacy. So let's talk about parasocial intimacy, right? When you text someone for weeks, your brain starts thinking, we're bonding. I'm in love. He likes me. But you're not bonding. I had to learn the hard way. You're performing intimacy through curated text, selfies, and emojis. And that's just not real. You don't know how they smell. You don't know how they react when the Wi Fi drops, or whether they chew like a raccoon in a chip bag. You don't know. Apps encourage digital projection. You fall for the version of the person you've built in your head, not the real one. It's falling in love with an AI chatbot that sometimes cancel plans. And honestly, it's quite dangerous. You're not dating a person, you're dating your own imagination. And that is the problem that we are getting into. It's a safety myth. Let's get serious for a second though, guys. Dating apps also create false sense of safety. People assume that because someone's profile is linked to a photo or a Spotify playlist that they're real, or even if it's linked to your Instagram. And nowadays we have, AI people, you know, and these AI people are people that they get on the internet, they make these fake looking characters, and people fall for them all the time. One of my ex, a year ago from today, he decided it was okay for him to put googly eyes underneath a AI character. It was very weird, and I had to break up with him. May he rest in peace. But no, not rest in peace, but I'm glad he's out of here. But welcome to the catfishing of things, romance, scams, and digital deception. The algorithm loves you. Not really. The algorithm will never love you. So let's talk about algorithms. The ultimate matchmaker that doesn't actually care about your love life. Apps like Tinder and Hinge, they all use predictive modeling to show you people who'll keep swiping, not necessarily people who'll make you happy. They're optimizing for engagement, not connection. That's why people you match with often live 45 miles away or have situationship energy. You're not getting matches because the algorithm knows your type. It does not know your type. You're getting matches because it knows your pattern of emotional vulnerability, right? The algorithm doesn't want you to find love. It wants you to find your credit card for another boost. It wants you to put those three digits, the two in the front and the three digits in the back, so you can boost, so you can find your soulmate. You'll never find your soulmate if you keep swiping your credit card on those dating apps. I ended up going on this date, right? And I ended up meeting this guy, and I was very young at the time. And I will never forget, we were at dinner, and he told me that he ended up getting like a whole year of subscription to the app. And I was just in so much shock and so much disbelief because you paying for it? You're paying for it. You might as well just hit the club. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just hit, like go outside, like touch grass. Like, I don't know. But it was the most shocking thing. And he never heard from me again because I was just so spooked. So let's connect the dots. Constant rejection, choice overload, algorithmic manipulation. What does this do to the human psyche? Well, we get attachment anxiety, dopamine fatigue. That's when your brain literally stops finding joy in normal connection because it's been rewired by instant gratification. We also start curating ourselves. We become avatars for love. The self presentation theory at work. We perform who we think others want, not who we are. Before you know it, you're editing your personal life like it's a Canva template. And then you're confused on who you really are when you look in the mirror and you need to step outside. Remember when dating used to mean talking to people in person? Yeah, I guess that's gross now, but effective. I don't know. But it's to a point where you kind of lose yourself in dating apps. And I do want to let the young girls out there, especially the girls in college, and you guys move thousands of miles away from your homes and things of that nature. You don't need to get on those dating apps to feel love. You will always be loved. Go out on that campus and touch grass, okay? Because the creeps, the weirdos, they're doom scrolling romantics, okay? I'm not saying you should delete every app right now. I'm not saying that. Unless you want to, in which case I support your rebellion. I support it. But cyber psychology teaches us one thing: awareness is power. If you do use dating apps, use them with some type of understanding of what you're getting into. Know that your brain is being gamified, that rush of a match is just dopamine, not destiny. And if you start feeling burnt out, remember you're not broken. The system is. So maybe instead of swiping, go outside, touch a little bit of grass, Or wild idea, talk to a human in real life. They might not have a dog filter or the cute filters that they have on Instagram and Twitter and all these types of apps, but at least they're not an algorithm. That's it for today's episode of Putting You On. If you like this episode, don't forget to rate, review, and tell your therapist. They'll probably agree with everything I just said. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and for the love of cyberpsychology, stop swiping at 2 a.m. Girl, get a grip.